Rob Lucci is immortalized in the memories of the One Piece fans because of his fight against Monkey D. Luffy. It is one of the most iconic fights in the series. In my opinion, it was the best fight in the series. I didn't get so excited and jittery over any other fights in the story. Well, Luffy and Katakuri's fight was amazing, but I was not on tenterhook as I was with Luffy versus Lucci. Actually, it overturned our reviews on the One Piece world on multiple fronts. After this fight, we realized the pirates are not the ultimate villain of the series. Rather, the powerful organization is the arch enemies of Luffy and the Straw Hats. Before this fight, we had a low opinion of Zone Devilfruit because the characters we met were just fathers. However, Rob Lucci showed us a whole new dimension of Zone Devilfruit. Like any other Devilfruits, Zones also have their fair share of glory. Zone hybrid form became the most discussed topic when you talk about different types of Devilfruit abilities. After that, on Shabudi Archipelago, we met X-Drake. It was fascinating to see Ancient Zone for the first time. When he saw Marco the Phoenix in action, the fandom just went crazy. Marco's Devilfruit ability is one of the most amazing Devilfruit abilities in the series, and it all started with Rob Lucci. He's the man who altered our views of how we're seeing Zone Devilfruit now. Even Luffy is now a mythical Zone Devilfruit user, the user who contains the ability of Sun God Nika. Well, he always did. In fact, we're gonna learn the final villain in the series has also the ability of a god in the form of mythical Zone ability. So all in all, we have to thank Lucci for that. Because of him, we changed our perspective of how we're seeing Zone Devilfruit now. After his loss, even though Lucci lost to Luffy, because of the cover story arc, I thought there's a possibility Lucci will go against the government. But I was really surprised to see him as a member of Cyberpol Zero. To tell you the truth, it was totally out of my expectation. I really didn't see that coming. Cause you know how the government treated him and all. They chased him and cornered him like he was a rat. So you can imagine my surprise at the turn of event. But there was something I couldn't understand. Why did Lucci want to work with Spandam? I mean, this man and his father pinned all the blames to Lucci and his team. Why would he keep such a traitor by his side? Is it just to humiliate him? Was it part of a deal he made to become one of the members of Cyberpol Zero? Like, keep your enemies closer? Is this kind of thing going on here? Gears in my brains aren't moving fast enough to process this thing. Anyways, Lucci was part of the program which would raise killing machines for the government. Kids or children were indoctrinated and brainwashed to believe the celestial dragons are the gods and their orders are inviolable. Whoever opposes them must be eliminated, no matter what. Period. Rebellion against a god is sacrilegious. Rebels have no place in the world created by the ancestors of Tenryubito. I think there was a crack in his belief after the turn of events of his defeat against Luffy. He wasn't sure anymore. The government didn't want to lose such a caliber of asset, so they promoted him and took him into the fold of Cyberpol Zero. They also put him through another set of programming and tempered it with the crack in his belief, and he was back to square one once again. But recently he started doubting some of world government's actions, the event of obliterating the kingdom of Lulusia and the elimination of Dr. Vegapunk. Lucci fought Luffy and he realized he isn't Luffy's match anymore. And it was the same for Zoro and Kaku. Even though they were enemies, Luffy, Zoro, or Robin didn't take advantage of their unconsciousness. They didn't kill them. Perhaps it was one of the reasons Lucci wanted to make a strategic alliance with the good guys. Perhaps when he's unconscious, Lucci can see things more clearly after he wakes up. Luffy knocked him out, and so did Stacy. This might be one of the reasons he started doubting the government again, because the crack in his belief started to spread again. Even after Lucci lost to Luffy, he didn't resent Luffy. He exactly understood where Luffy was coming from. In fact, Lucci knew more than anyone at this point when he fought the Marines to save his teammates. The reason he was after Luffy is because he is the first person ever to defeat him. So he wanted to defeat Luffy to boost his self-confidence. He was to prove him to the world, and that was it. Between him and Luffy, he regarded him as an opponent, not an enemy. An opponent he can now only look up to. So everything was written off when the Straw Hats didn't take advantage of their unconsciousness. So he wanted to put down their grudges and work against the common enemies. It's just a matter of survival, nothing in between. Now the question is, will Luffy work together with Rob Lucci? I mean, after all he did to Robin, Frankie, Iceberg, and others? I think Robin is mature enough to see through the situation. so I don't think she's gonna pose the proposal. And Luffy has the ability to distinguish between enemies and allies, so I think Luffy is gonna go with it as well. And eventually the Straw Hats are gonna have a strategic alliance with Lucci and Kaku. So Lucci converted to become an ally of Luffy. I think Lucci figured something due to his mission to retrieve the blueprint of Pluton. He started connecting the dots after a nice sleep. The gears in his brain processing so fast the brainwash programming cannot keep up with them. So guys, now you know how important it is to have a nice sleep, right? That succubus bite worked like a charm. I want to have one of those. Would you like some?